let's talk about the Oscars.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, it's dark outside now, don't worry about it. This Sunday marks the 95th time that the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, what a fucking mouthful, gives out the most prestigious film awards in the entire world, the Oscars. Now, it is true that in the last few years, the Academy hasn't really covered themselves in glory, let's just say. But at least it makes for a good laugh, unless you're one of the people in the room too preoccupied smelling your own farts to notice, or you're one of the audience members watching live who has been asleep for the past 3 hours.
Okay, quick break. I've just wasted an entire day shooting and editing the 1 minute of the video you've seen so far, and I'm trying to release the whole thing tomorrow, which means that I'm going to have to pick up the pace, which means a lot less editing from now on, less memes, and more of me just standing and rattling down my script. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make here is, even though the Oscars are objectively bullshit, they are still very important for the entire film industry, especially Hollywood. And this year, I am actually very excited because of two movies in particular: Everything Everywhere All at Once and All Quiet on the Western Front. Everything Everywhere All at Once has the potential to wipe the floor with the competition and get all the major awards: acting, directing, writing, best movie, etc., etc. It is nominated everywhere. And All Quiet on the Western Front is special to me personally because I'm German, and this is the first time in years that a German movie has not only a very good shot at winning the international feature film, but also has a shot at the best film period, which is something special. Yeah, Germany isn't exactly known for their high quality pictures, at least in the last couple of years. Now you might be asking yourself, Tom, that's my name by the way, why are you so certain that Everything Everywhere All at Once and All Quiet on the Western Front are going to be the big winners these Oscars? Well, first of all, fuck you for doubting me, and second of all, because I know the Oscars, okay? I have observed them. I am an Oscar scientist, alright? There are patterns to these Oscars. I'm telling you, there are patterns. Guys, I'm telling you that there are patterns behind the Oscars, okay? There are patterns, okay? I can see them. I'm not crazy, okay? I'm not crazy. There are patterns. I am so sorry, my dear viewers, that you had to witness that, but I can wholeheartedly assure you that the problem has been taken care of. But still, my point stands. You can predict who is going to win the Academy Awards if you understand who the Academy is and how they are thinking. So now the next question might be, who is the Academy and how are they thinking? According to Wikipedia, truly the most trustworthy of all sources, membership of the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, I will never get over how stupidly long that name is only possible if you are invited by the Board of Governors under the condition that you have at least one Oscar nomination or you are being sponsored by at least 2 current Academy members, which, as you can imagine, makes the process of becoming a member extraordinarily difficult, which is why there are less than 6,000 of them in the year of 2012. And if you think that not taking into account any critics or the audiences seems like a horrible idea, don't worry, because it gets much worse. Because according to a 2012 study by the Los Angeles Times, of the then 5,765 members of the Academy, they have sampled 5,000 of them, and they have conducted that at least 94% of them were white, 77% male, 68% were above the age of 50 with a median age of 62. That sounds like a very bad idea if you ask me. And so, with criticism going through the roof and viewership numbers subsequently plummeting, the Academy was forced to act. Starting in 2016, more than 8,000 new members have been added to the Academy in an effort to diversify it. We're talking women, people of color, minorities, LGBTQ+ community members. Everybody who wasn't represented before was going to be part of this new Academy in order to basically save its own ass. But let's be real here for a moment, okay? When it comes to the Oscars, nobody really cares about the Academy or its members living in their billion-dollar mansions in Hollywood with their rich people problems. Nobody gives a fuck about that. I know what you really want. I know what you're here for. You want to rub it in your friends' faces that you can accurately predict who is going to take home that golden statue in order to pretend like you are smarter than the rest of the world. Shame on you. I'm proud of you. But what does all of that mean, and how can it help me to predict who is going to win the Oscars? Well, you see, now that we know who is a part of the Academy and who is going to vote, we can accurately predict who they are going to vote for based on the votes that they have already given in other award ceremonies weeks earlier. In particularly, the Producers Guild of America, the Directors Guild of America, the Writers Guild of America, and the Film Actors Guild. Sorry, I mean the Screen Actors Guild. People who have seen Team America World Police know what I mean. Alright everybody, now it's time to put my money where my mouth is. This is the official website of the Academy Awards with every single nomination this season, and I am going to predict every single one of them. Let's hope I don't look like a complete idiot by the end of this. Starting with actor in a leading role. Honestly, it's been not the best year for actors, male actors. However, I think the best performance is definitely Brendan Fraser in The Whale. If you've seen that thing, absolutely mesmerizing. The Renaissance is on its way. Good man, give him the W. Actor in a supporting role. This is the first win for Everything Everywhere All at Once, I predict. Ke Huy Quan had honestly a pretty minor role actually, but it was so many, he played so many characters with so many different types of personality. It's honestly amazing, well deserved. Actress in a leading role, there is no competition. Michelle Yeoh, probably the best performance of her entire career in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Can you see a trend here? Actress in a supporting role, or what do we have? Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I told you, it's going to clean the house. It's everything. It's everything. Everywhere All at Once. That was stupid. Her role was rather comedic, but it was surprisingly dramatic as the story unfolded itself. Absolutely deserved in my opinion. Animated feature film. If it were up to me, I would give the awards to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but that's not a movie that the Academy is really interested in. They're going to give it to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. It's great too. The only thing that I am really pissed off about is that that piece of shit Turning Red is even nominated for anything, but let's just skip that for now. Cinematography. Now this is a weird category because unless you have truly outstanding cinematography, like for example for 1917, where everything is presented in a single one take, you're not going to notice cinematography most of the time. That being said, I'm going to predict that James Freund with All Quiet on the Western Front is going to take this one home. A trend that I'm going to predict is that All Quiet on the Western Front is going to take home most of the technical awards, while most of the major awards are going to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Costume design. Okay, what could we do here? Yeah, okay. It's a costume drama. It's Elvis. Elvis is a movie that 10 years ago would have probably cleaned house at the Oscars, taking pretty much everything. Now it's I think it deserves costume design, but it wasn't really anything special. Now, directing, like I said, Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to take home all the major awards, as well as this one. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, absolutely amazing job. I am super pumped to see what they're going to put out next. Documentary feature film, I gotta be honest, I don't really give a fuck about documentaries in cinema. So I'm just going with the predictions of what most people think is going to take home the award, and that is Navalny. No commentary on it, I haven't seen it, so moving on. Documentary short film, same thing. The majority says The Elephant Whisperers is going to win, so I'm going to predict that one as well. Now back to something that I know something about, film editing. Okay. Like I said, the technical awards are going to hopefully All Quiet on the Western Front, but that somehow wasn't nominated here, so I'm going with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Again, honestly, the only movie that I think could have even come close is Top Gun Maverick, solely because of the amazing action sequences in there. Great movie, by the way. International feature film. Okay. If All Quiet on the Western Front doesn't take home the Academy Award for International Feature Film to Germany, I make a promise here, right now, that I'm going to print out the entire script of All Quiet on the Western Front, the whole thing, and I'm going to eat it live. Okay, that is a promise. I'm promising you that. That's going to be my next video if All Quiet on the Western Front doesn't take home International Feature Film. That is how confident I am. Okay, moving on. Makeup and hairstyling. Yeah, that's going to the whale. No second thoughts about that. If you've seen the makeup on Brendan Fraser, it was. Oh, I can't even form words right now. It looks like he is the person he is playing. Let's keep going. Music original score, that one's going to All Quiet on the Western Front. It's been surprisingly not the best year for music in general, despite the fact that John Williams is nominated for The Fableman, the GOAT. But Everything Everywhere All at Once. No, wait. Wait. Rebooting my brain. All Quiet on the Western Front is going to take that one home. The score was amazing. The orchestral combined with the mechanical electronic, it was so eerie and it was perfect. Best original song, yeah. The only song out of the entire list that has played on the radio is Hold My Hand by Lady Gaga. And so, yeah, that is my pick. Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick is going to win Best Song. Now for the big one, the only thing that most people care about, the Best Picture. Which movie is truly the GOAT of 2022? We have All Quiet on the Western Front, we have Avatar 2, The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. Out of all of these, there are only 3 movies that I feel like were even really considered, and that were All Quiet on the Western Front, The Banshees of Inisherin, and my predicted winner, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like I said, I'm going to predict this is going to be the big winner of the evening. Production design. Now, this is a complicated one, because what really qualifies as production design? That is something that I honestly cannot tell you, but according to predictions, the winner here is going to be Elvis. Yeah, makes sense, honestly. All Quiet on the Western Front could have won that one as well. Avatar was unlikely because it was completely CGI. Babylon, I feel like, was the second place to Elvis because they are so similar. And The Fabelmans, Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not really anything outstanding. Short films. This is something that I can tell you I could not be less interested in. I'm not going to the cinema to watch a short film. So I am going to rely on the majority here, and the majority says that first of all, live action short film that is going to An Irish Goodbye. Apparently, I haven't seen it. And best animated short, that is going to be The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Again, I haven't seen any of these. This is just my prediction based on what everyone else is saying. Sound is again an interesting one. What really qualifies as sound? That is something. I'm not a musician. I'm not a sound editor, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be broke. But my prediction is All Quiet on the Western Front. War movies usually have the edge on this one. Avatar, completely out of the computer. The Batman, completely out of the computer. Elvis had a good chance because it's a musical drama, and Top Gun Maverick because of its many action sequences. But yeah, my money is again on All Quiet on the Western Front. Visual effects. Now here I'm going to break with tradition a little bit. Most people are predicting that Avatar: The Way of Water is going to take that one home because it is because it's entirely CGI. It's all visual effects. It has to rely on its good visual effects. That being said, this is not really something that the Academy usually wants or cares about. Usually the winner for best visual effects are the visual effects that are not really noticeable, the ones that fade into the background and make it look as realistic as possible. And in that sense, I think that Top Gun Maverick is going to win this trophy. Writing for adapted screenplay. Now, this is again not really it is something that is complicated to talk about, because how exactly can you tell if something is a good adaptation? Is it alright if the movie is just well written despite being an adaptation, or does it have to be loyal to the characters and everything? Now, that being said, I'm just going through my list right now. Man, this movie has really this video really fell off. Okay. We started out with me sitting down, lots of memes, lots of haha jokes, and now you're watching me scrolling through a list. Yeah, I'd be surprised if anybody is still here once I'm finished. Come on, computer. There it is. Adapted screenplay is women talking. Wouldn't have expected that. Honestly, my money would have been on Top Gun Maverick on this one, but apparently not. Women Talking is the winner of the Writers Guild of America Adapted Screenplay Award, so I'm going with that one. Now, original screenplay. This is the last category we have here. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Come on. This is Everything Everywhere All at Once is without a doubt the best movie of this year. I am not going to eat my words on this one. It's going to take home everything, I hope. Okay, yeah, so that's my predictions.
Why the fuck is the sun so bright right now?
Please just ignore the poster. I'm trying to keep out the sun at any cost right now. And that is it. These are my predictions for the big winners of the upcoming 95th Academy Awards. this Sunday in Los Angeles, California. I have no idea how many I will get right. Hopefully I don't look like a complete dumbass by Monday. If you like this video, share it with your friends, comment, like and subscribe, the whole shebang. You know it from other YouTubers, I don't have to tell you it. But this is my first video, I don't have a sponsor yet. I am not going to make any money from this video, but I would like to change that and you can help me. If you want to support me directly and if I'm not an idiot, there should be a link somewhere around this video to my Patreon page so you can support me financially. And yeah, I don't have much more of an outro. This is it. Bye.